All right. Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight, I'm going to be talking about this topic that is going viral all over social media. A lot of people are weighing in on it, giving their opinions, and it seems like a lot of the opinions surrounded around this topic is pretty much split down the middle. So you have people who feel like, oh, you're projecting your feelings onto the situation, making it be creepy. And then you have people who feel like it's creepy and it should not go there, period. So I'm going to be talking about this teacher who is going viral. And he's basically going viral because his students were taking down his hair. So he is an African American male teacher, and he had his students taking down his hair. And he says all of this went down after class. Now, he started to receive backlash and support, and he decided to basically give an explanation as to why his students were taking down his hair and why it wasn't a big deal. Now, when he started to go viral, then people started to pull up other videos as well, where he had his students grooming him as far as like painting his nails and doing things like that. And I've seen a lot of comments of people saying how they feel like, oh, that's great that he has the students, painting his nails and showing them love and affection. And maybe, they're getting love that they probably don't get at home, XYZ, all this stuff. And so I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of these things and giving you my ultimate opinion about it. Now, I know in social media, people oftentimes think that you have to think like them or else your feelings are invalid. And a lot of people try to, like, if you think differently than them, then they feel like, oh, well, you don't align with how I think. So then therefore, like, oh my God, you like the plague, like people are so used to just being in groupthink and so used to being in like, you have to think like me mentality that is just crazy. But let's listen to his explanation, and then I'm going to give you my opinion about it, okay? And we're going to go from there. Shout out to all of the people in the chat, and we're going to get into it. Okay, so this is the video. Let me pull it up right here. This is him basically responding to the allegations, backlash, what have you.
And stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before.
And he's talking pretty low, so if it's low to you, I can't, I can't make it any louder.
Chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate, and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So of course, I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before.
All right, so in order for me to even hear him, I have to put my headphones on. So if you can't hear, if you got headphones, listen with headphones. But basically what he's saying is that he had a hair appointment. And I'm going to just summarize because I already listened to this. So basically what he ended up saying was he had a hair appointment after school. He was not able to take his hair out before school because he had a prior obligation of doing something while he was at school. So therefore it would have been inappropriate for his hair to be taken down. So then he stated that because he had got everything in his classroom done and completed at the end of the school day, then he had these young ladies in his classroom taking his hair down. So that's pretty much the summary of it. Now, there was other videos, like I said, where he had them basically like painting his nails and, other things like that. So let me go to that. So this is a post by Baller Alert, and it says, the teacher who went viral for letting students remove his braids in class is also a video creator who is very engaging with his students. So this was another video where it shows that they were like painting his nails and stuff like that. So this is one of his students, and they're painting his nails with clear polish. And then there was, this is the video where they were taking down his hair. And then there is different videos of him being active with the children. And this video right here says, when your 21 besties are filling you in on juicy tea and an admin walks in. Okay, so he's basically saying, like, you know, once authoritative figure walks into the classroom, then he pretends that he is teaching the kids. Okay.
Hello. How are you doing today? What can I do for you?
It'll restart.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You feel me? And it's crazy because they won't even do it like that. It's customer. Hello. How are you doing today? What can I do for you? Bruh, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what
I ain't fresh. I ain't fresh.
You're not fresh, no.
At all.
Just take sometimes.
No, sir.
You just gotta take your L, bro. Sometimes.
Some of you parents are doing a shit job raising your kids. Do better. Some of you parents are doing a shit job raising your kids. Do better.
Okay. And so this is something that he wrote in addition. It says, although I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, I support your right to express how you feel. My admin is well aware of my social media presence, my videos, as well as the relationships I have with my students. Of course, if we have visitors, I probably wouldn't do that. But this was on a Friday at the end of the day before dismissal, after work was completed. I hate that y'all are dragging me down because of what other MFers have done. I'm not sick in the head. I actually love these kids as if they were my own. I would never do anything that would harm them. They harm then, he put, but harm them. You know, I be having my typos too, but I definitely ain't no teacher either. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, they are also respectful of boundaries, and I'm the rare case one ever tries to overstep. It is my duty to correct the behavior and not feed into it. I'm a man of morals and ethics. So that is what he had to say. This is his Instagram page where he basically has all kinds of videos where he's doing TikToks for the kids and, you know, trying to be the cool teacher, I guess. And so this says, ever wonder what teachers do after school?
Teachers do after school.
All right, we're about to race. We're about to race down the hallway. Me and my skate friend. My co-worker.
What are you gonna say? She's so bad. Alright.
Where should we start from?
You gotta stand right now. You gotta stand.
We'll race this way. We'll come down this way.
All right, so I guess that might be another teacher. I don't really know. So this is other videos with his students.
What's good, my bad?
Oh.
Hey, yeah, that was nice. All right. Okay. Sorry, hold on, get my face here. Dang, hold on. I really have behavioral issues.
Yo.
Anyway, so that's him posting his bloopers. So let me read to you some of the comments that I've read surrounding this topic, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion. By my facial expressions, I'm sure you probably kind of could tell what my opinion is, but if it's not clear, I'm going to let you know what it is in just a second. So let me pull up the comments from social media first, and then I'll tell y'all how I feel about it, which, I mean, you know, y'all always think y'all could clock what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling by my face. That's what y'all be saying. So y'all probably already know how I feel, but let's read through some of these comments. So somebody says he should be fired for being inappropriate and unprofessional around kids. Another person says, so gross and inappropriate. When did it become okay for students and teachers to touch each other? Nothing wrong with bonding with students, but this isn't the way to do it. Another person says he's getting his hair unbraided and manicures and pedicures from students in class for social media monetization, and y'all think this is okay. Another person says, let me find out my daughter is unbraiding a teacher's head, male or female, no sir. Another person says, it's the fact that y'all slamming this man but won't call out that uncle, cousin, brother, sister who be touching on y'all and y'all kids. Another person says, why do y'all actualize everything? Another person says the same parents who are outraged by this are the same parents who have never showed up for PTA or teacher conferences, volunteered, or missed all of their kids' stuff and have a time to encourage his termination. So this was a big projection because I don't understand how a person being outraged by something that you automatically conclude that they are an absent parent to what's going on at their schooling, and that would therefore make them absent of what's going on at school, absent of school conferences, absent of volunteering for things at school, et cetera, et cetera. I don't understand the correlation of being outraged by your child interacting with a male in a certain type of way, and that the conclusion from that being, oh, well, you probably the type of parent who don't go to school. Like what? Huh? Crazy. Anyways, so another person says, in all my 18 years of being in education, I treated my students like they were my own. I would have been terminated if I recorded some of my best moments of me bonding with my students. Most of y'all saying fire him aren't even good parents. Y'all are weird. Another person says, all of this is irrelevant. It was unprofessional of him to be having his students unbraid his damn hair at school, period. Another person says, y'all say y'all want black men to be more like father figures and good for the community. When they step into them roles, they get struck down. I guess they meant struck down. Y'all wonder why black men don't express themselves, don't engage, hard to get to know. We aren't allowed to be human or show human interaction. This man literally filmed it, showed it, and got release forms. How is he wrong? He hid nothing. The public is the problem. The way y'all think is the problem. Now, I'm going to just start my opinions from there because, first of all, these opinions are not coming from nowhere. These opinions are not coming from a place of, this particular person is just being targeted because the behavior is wrong. These opinions are coming from a place of this type of behavior can fall in line with grooming. These opinions are coming from a place of people feeling or going through a grooming process and spotting what it looks like. These opinions are coming from parents who maybe perhaps wants boundaries between student and teacher. Just because you want to have a human interaction does not mean that human interaction needs to turn into touching. Now, I'm going to give my opinion, which is clear at this point. I don't think that is appropriate at all. I don't want my child taking down her teacher's hair. I don't think that that's appropriate at all. That's like me, I don't know, just me just being in a professional setting and then just bust down, taking my weave down or whatever while I'm there. I just don't think it's appropriate. I understand his explanation as far as, oh, I had to do something before and I didn't have time later and I had to make it to my appointment. You know, sometimes stuff happens. When you would have got to that appointment, who knows if your braider was even ready for you at that time. You probably would have had time when you got to the salon. Would it have been an inconvenience for the stylist? Yeah, but life happens and stuff happens. So for me, I prefer boundaries with my child and her teacher. Now, some people feel like, oh, you're projecting if you had trauma. I'm not a person. I've never been R-worded from, any stretch of them, like from my family. I never was fondled, touched, any of that. So I'm not projecting those things onto from something happened to me, because I wasn't fondled, I wasn't touched. That's not my story. You know, that's why a lot of times when certain topics come up, people feel like I'm insensitive, because that's not my story. But me just being a mother and being a person who was a student at one time, I just feel like there's certain boundaries that need to be set up. Now, me, when I was in school, I want to say it was my 6th grade teacher, right? I was in the 6th grade, and I had my only black male teacher at the time, okay? He was my only black male teacher at the time, and I remember at that time thinking that my teacher was cute. You know, like, I remember, like, his name was Mr. Robinson or whatever. Shout out to you. You know, I don't know how old you are now, because I'm up in age, and you probably really up in age. But anyway, he was my 6th grade teacher, and I remember at that time feeling like, you know, oh, my teacher is cute or whatever. But there was boundaries or whatever. So I can't imagine these set of girls, you know, feeling that level of closeness. I feel like there should just be like a separation. I don't think it's appropriate at all. I think that you can show love, show kids that you care without touching them. I don't think that you have to literally touch a child for them to feel love. There are acts of service that you can do to show that you care about your children's or your students, because they're not your children. There are things that you can do to show your class, your students, that you care about their well-being. You are, you know, a person who cares about their future, their well-being, without touching them. Throughout school, I have my favorite teacher, is still cool. She's still on my Facebook, got my phone number today. And I've been out of school almost 20 years, okay? And so my favorite teacher, she was a woman once I got into high school, but still there was boundaries. You know what I'm saying? There are boundaries, and she was my favorite teacher just because she showed that she believed in what I was doing. My class was TV production, okay? And so at that time, I wanted to be, it was like very popular. It was very popular to do like the TRL countdowns, the 106 in Park with Free and AJ. And my class was TV production, and my teacher, she just always poured into me that she believed in me. She always poured into me that, you know, like I really excelled in that area. And now, you know, I'm doing YouTube and stuff like that, and I started to do industry stuff way before that. But it was that teacher pouring into me that I really believed that I was capable, and I still love her to this day, and it didn't involve her or me touching one another or things like that. Now, once I was an adult, you know, she came to my baby shower when I was pregnant with my daughter. She came and showed up to my baby shower. She came to like birthday parties that I've had as an adult. And so as an adult, it's like, okay, I'm grown, you grown, you know what I'm saying? Our relationship as far as teacher and student, you know, we were cool like that. But I just feel like an adolescent with a teacher, I feel like there's certain boundaries, and my teacher was able to pour into me without, you know, doing those things. But I honestly too, she was a woman. So, I mean, you know, that's that. But I just feel like you can pour into students. You can show them that you love and care for them without crossing boundaries. Okay. And we didn't cross into those boundaries of her showing up to, you know, private events that I had until I became an adult. You know what I'm saying? Once I got pregnant, and I had my baby I got pregnant when I was 25. I had my daughter when I was 26. Okay, so at my baby shower, I was 26 years old. I'm hella grown. You know, that's the first time that she had came to one of my things or whatever. So I just feel like it's inappropriate. I feel like there should be boundaries, and I feel like people's alarm bells are going off for a reason. I think that, yes, some people can project their traumas onto you, because I'm being a YouTuber and me doing certain commentary on certain things because women have been, you know, abused in relationships, and because, you know, they have gone through certain things, people do project So I'm not going to act like projection and people projecting things onto people is not a thing. Okay, because that very much is. And that could be why some people's alarms are going off. But I'm not going to discredit them for that. I just feel like, yes, sometimes people project and sometimes, you know, it's out of bounds, their projection. This one, to me, is not one of them. And I feel like it should definitely be a separation of boundaries, in my opinion. And the one video that was really off-putting to me, and it could be innocent in nature, was the video where he is like, oh yeah, I'm chilling, I'm kicking it with the kids. But then when an authoritative figure comes in, then I'm acting like I'm teaching them. For me, I didn't receive that video well, because it's like, what else is going on that you shouldn't be doing? But then when authoritative figures come in, you act like everything is all good. So I don't know. It was a couple of things that I was just like, I don't know. It just wasn't. It just was a little weird to me. I'm gonna pull it back up.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You feel me? And it's crazy because they won't even do it like that. It was customer. Hello. How are you doing today? What can I do for you? Bruh, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You feel me? And it's crazy because they won't even do it like that. It was customer. Hello. How are you doing today? What can I do for you? Bruh, that's what I'm
saying. And then someone in the comment, Copper, says, so teachers can't touch students' nappy heads no more, just as fair. And I think that that is a parent-teacher conversation. Do I think that a teacher should be just seeing a child having nappy hair and just taking it upon themselves to comb their hair without talking to a parent? No, I don't. But if that parent reaches out to a parent, if that teacher reaches out to a parent, that parent is going through a hard time and they're not able to do their child's hair, or they're not able to, you know, really rise to the level of care 100% through and through for their child, and that parent allows that teacher to do that, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But just out the blue, teachers touching kids, no, I don't think that it you know, no. Like, now, if you taking a picture and you kind of embrace, you know, your student or whatever, like, you know, like this, I feel like that's fine, you know, because I have pictures like that with teachers where, you know, they kind of like, you know, embrace you like, oh, you know, like this. But just willfully touching people's hair, nappy hair, as you said in the comments, no, I don't think that's appropriate. Like, you don't know if that that parent wants their child to go through a natural hair journey or whatever the case is. So I feel like if the parent is okay with it, that's on the parent. But overall, this situation with these kids, I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more boundaries in being cool with children. Like, you can be a cool teacher and still have boundaries. I had teachers in school when I was growing up where I had cool teachers, you know, but there was boundaries that's not my homie, that's my teacher. You know, but my teacher cool, but that's not my homie. I don't feel like your students should feel like you're their homie, or, you know what I'm saying? They should still know that you are their teacher. So that's just you know, my opinion. A lot of people also said too, they said in the comments, they were like, oh, y'all got a problem with this because this is a man, but y'all wouldn't have a problem with this if it was a woman. Now, if it was a woman, I feel like it would be inappropriate as well. But if it was a woman, would I feel the same weight of the issue? No, I wouldn't. Now, there's double standards and there's things that just happen. For instance, me as a mom, I have a daughter. I only have a daughter. I don't have sons. So since forever, you know, I be using the bathroom. My daughter busts into the bathroom and, you know, I'll be in the shower. My daughter, hey, mom, you know, whatever. And obviously, clearly, my daughter has seen me naked a bunch of times. Okay. However, she also has a parent that is a father. And just as well as I'm her mom, her father is just as well as her father. However, I don't want my daughter busting in the bathroom with her father using the bathroom. I don't want my daughter busting in the bathroom while he's in the shower. And I've made it very clear of the difference of the fact that no, there's things that are okay. Mom, we got the same anatomy, we got the same body parts, but when it comes to her father, she's not doing the same thing. When my daughter was a baby, no, I don't want her taking a bath in a tub with her daddy. No, I did that. That's not nothing I wanted, you know? So I feel like, yes, we could point out the obvious of, you know, if it was a female teacher, it would be different, da-da-da-da-da-da. There's double standards that happen. Now, somebody in the comments said, please, how many female teaching have been caught in cars with their students is inappropriate for both male and female teachers? Clearly, I said so, that it is very inappropriate, but also I'm acknowledging the fact that it is a little bit of a difference when it is the same sex. Now, are women teachers less preds? No, I'm not saying that they are. They've been in the news quite often, and it seems like even more frequent than male teachers with their interactions with their female to male students. Now, that's not saying that they're not preds, but it's just a little different when it's a woman teacher and a girl versus a man and a little girl. It just is. You can act dense, you can act slow, you can act whatever, however, but you know, that's just is what it is, period. We live in double standards. We live in worlds where certain conversations are more appropriate for a male to have with another male than a woman to have with a male. There's certain things that are relatability. There's just certain double standards that happen. You know what I'm saying? But that's not to say that, a woman teacher can't violate, because they can. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to act like we don't understand why there's difference in dynamics either. But I want to know what you guys think about it, because like I said, this was a topic that there was a lot of conversations down the middle of people feeling extremely one way or another. As much comments of people who said that it was inappropriate, I seen just as many comments of people feeling like it was okay. And I want to hear from you guys and what you feel about it. I want to respect everyone's opinion, and don't just think because my opinion differs from yours that I won't hear you out on why you view things the way that you do. Just don't get on here being disrespectful, because that's one thing that I'm about to play with nobody today either. Okay? I ain't about to play with nobody today either, but I will hear everybody out. I will be fair, and I do want to hear both sides of the coin about it. So, you know, and I'm a mom to where I be telling my daughter, even other students, you know, like I got a comment like, oh, well, you know, she kind of pushed another student, or she like, you know, whatever. I even tell my daughter, don't be touching these damn kids. Like, don't touch them, and they don't need to touch you. You can interact, you can have fun, you can play without touching them. Now, if you want to, you know, give your friend a hug when you see him, cool. But other than that, that's like the most touch that friends, I feel like, should have. I didn't grow up with me and my friends, like, even, you know, the most we did was, hey girl, how you doing? That was it. I just don't feel like a lot of touching needs to be had between students and students, teachers to students, at all. You know? Somebody said boundaries even in hugging. Yeah. I mean, the hugging, I feel like that's where, you know, hey, other than that, you don't need to, what do I need to touch you for? Even if let's say we playing basketball, we playing soccer, we playing tetherball, we playing handball. It doesn't require me to touch you. I don't need to touch you. Like, we don't need to be touching. So that's what I teach my daughter. Like, I don't care what sport you're playing. You know, I understand there's defense in certain sports where, you know, you got to get close up on them or whatever. and you might bump into them or something like that. That's, you know, being realistic, stuff like that happens. But all of that extra touching, no. I teach my daughter even, don't even be touching these damn students. Don't touch them. Keep your hands to yourself. So, what y'all saying? Kids even, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He literally live streamed it because he wanted people to see it. He liked the attention from his students and from other people. Gross, right? Yeah, I feel you. But that's the link if y'all want to chime in. I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. What had happened was Blog says they love watching our culture and trying to sway the convo. Not today. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. Again, you know, I had got a comment. I had got a comment in my comment section, and you know, it's easy that, I mean, you can easily avoid trolls or not reply to them. But sometimes when people comment, it just be so funny. Like, I had commented on what was it? TikTok, and I had commented to somebody else who was commenting on the whole TikTok ban, and the headline of it was the TikTok owner said that our issue of national security wasn't. Hold on, let me see exactly what it was. It was something about TikTok and national security. Hold on. And let me see if any of y'all clicked the link. Okay, it seemed like y'all scared to click the link, so let me look. Okay. So it says breaking. TikTok sues the US government over potential ban, says national security concerns are not good enough reason to ban free speech. So somebody commented and they said, y'all rooting for TikTok after reading the words national security is outrageous. We are effing doomed as a society. And I commented to that person, I said, doomed for show. Because for me, do I enjoy TikTok? Yeah. But do I also have the ability to be aware that, you know, there might be things about it that could be concerning? I'm not going to act like, oh, just because I enjoy TikTok, or like, no, like there can be nuances. And if national security is really a true concern, I'm not going to just dismiss that because I want to be able to see somebody do a 1-2 dance or tell a story time about how jacked up they were with a partner or whatever. I'm going to consider all of that. So my comment was simply doomed for show to that. And somebody had commented to me and they was like, oh, I stopped following you because you always on the wrong side of things. Like, your opinion is always on the wrong side of things. Like, you suck as a blogger, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I could ignore that person or whatever, but let me tell you something. I didn't get here in my YouTube journey by worrying about what the fuck side anybody is on, okay? And I also am not a person who is swayed by popular opinion. I got my opinion on things because I have my own brain. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. If I feel like I want to be in the middle, if I want to be on the left, if I want to be on the right, that's because I feel like that's what I want to do. That's how I think. That's how I feel. I'm not prisoner to subscribers. I'm not a prisoner to popular groupthink or what people think is the popular way to go or how you should think. No, if that's what you think about a influencer or a YouTuber or anybody that you watch, that in order for them to align with you, they have to think exactly like you and think every way that you think is that way, then you definitely should hit the unsubscribe button, because I don't give a figgity flying fuck about what popular or what the right side is to you, okay? I'm gonna do what feels authentic and true to me. That's what got me here, okay? Talking about oh, you need to go work at CVS because you suck at trials and you suck at this. Bitch, why the hell would I? Let's say I suck, okay? Let's say I'm the most horrible blogger on YouTube. Why would I stop doing something that takes care of me, takes care of my family, and go work a job that I gotta be a slave to? Because, what? Like, you sound dumb. I'm gonna be the suckiest person in your opinion and still gonna be doing better in life. Go on. But anyway, I just wanted to say that real quick because just within this topic, because I seen it was so divided, I know that there is a lot of people who think like that. A lot of people think that you gotta think like them or else. Bitch, I think like me. How about or else that? And if that's a problem, go somewhere. Okay? Queen Tay, sorry for the long rant, but I just had to get that off my chest because, you know, I just felt like it needed to be said. But are you there?
Yeah. Hey, Nick. Sorry I can't get on camera. I'm at work.
Oh, it's okay. What's your
Okay.
thoughts?
Just want to chime in and say I feel like I definitely understand your concept on boundaries, and I agree with that as well. But I feel like these new age teachers, we have to pay attention to. They are younger, and they trying to appease to their audience. So with him being on TikTok, and he's just showing that's just his way of connecting with his students. And as I feel like it's just our culture that has a problem with it. And again, I know the traumas and boundaries and all that, but we really have to take an effect these new age teachers and their age and the kids that they're teaching. They're just trying to get them to be engaged with them because you know they be on their phones, want to do all this and all that. And that was probably his way of trying to get them engaged, and that's his connection with his students. So I just feel like it was
so you
weird.
think that him having his students take down his hair and paint his nails is a way for them to be engaged with him?
On that type of level, like I feel like he's dimming down to their level. Like these kids ain't really trying to learn. I'm not saying we don't know. This is just what he putting up as skits. He probably think he a little comedian on the low. These are just his skits. We don't know really what goes on in his classroom as far as him teaching. Right? The painting nails is a little weird, but taking down his hair, I guess that's how he felt like he was connecting with his students.
But he said that this was after the class was over. They already did their homework. So it's like, I don't know. Elaborate a little bit more because I'm kind of, I want to understand your viewpoint.
Like, okay, so he's saying they already learned, the work is already done, and now they're just sitting there in the classroom. I don't know why they're still in the class. Maybe school wasn't over yet, but they just done everything. He's like, oh, okay, well, come take down my hair. Like, just, I guess that's, how I'm looking at it, it's just, that's his way of tapping into his students.
So
that's what
I
I'm
think
trying to
that
say.
I get what you're saying as far as these new age teachers use popular things to connect to their students, and you feeling like that's okay. Which me, I feel like I understand when it comes to teachers using popular songs to teach certain like mathematics and things like that. That I understand. You know, like there's teachers who will use like whatever song is trending or popular, and they'll incorporate that into their lesson. That is different than having a student paint your nails and take down your hair. That's, I don't see the correlation with that part.
Right. No, it was making sense while I was backstage. It is still kind of, again, I'm just like, that's probably how he relates to. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I definitely do understand boundaries because back in the day, I'm not too young, but I'm not too old either. So I definitely had older teachers and I had younger teachers when I was in high school. Now, granted, my younger teachers definitely had boundaries. They let us know, like, I'm not your best friend, but they also did know how to talk to us by us being closer in age. Like when I was in ninth grade, my English teacher was 24. So it was like, okay, she's speaking on lingo to get us to try to pay attention to her.
Oh, man.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand using popular phrases, popular terms to connect to them. I get that. I get using music and all of those things. I get that. But I'm trying to understand the correlation from like connecting with them on popular base level with them actually touching him, taking his hair down, and all of those things.
Right, right. And I get what you're saying. Like, why did they have to touch him to do all that? I don't know. I just
Um,
don't want to think it's so weird. No.
all right. Marie.
Hello?
And
Can you hear
the
me?
person who just texted me, you are so funny. You are so funny for that text. But anyways, go ahead, Marie.
Me, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good afternoon. I was up here once before when you was talking about Diddy. I'm a NYC DOE teacher, and it's totally inappropriate. Um, it's totally inappropriate. The beauty, excuse me, of being a teacher is the hours we work. So if you get off at 3 p.m., there is no way in hell you should be sitting in a classroom having to take down your hair. You had 10 hours after you left the job to do this. You could have woke up an extra hour earlier to take these braids loose and figure something out. Um, because of the field that we're in, you are open to allegations at any time from anywhere, a parent, a coworker, these students. I hate to say it, some of them lie. So the fact that you have these children touching your person, right? Now, if they go home and say you touch them back, now that's your job. Personally, I just feel like in 2024, and I hate that, and I'm not an older teacher, but I feel like these younger teachers are, I get the wanting to connect with the students. I get that. But it's a way to do it, and having them touch you is not it. Then they're more looking for likes and views because they're also, content creators, whatever. But now you're going to lose your license for shenanigans in a classroom that didn't need to happen. Like I said, I'm a teacher. It's the end of the school year. We close our door. Let's play games. You know what I mean? The most of the lessons are done. Most of the grades are in for the most part. But having any underage touch your person, right, is not going to get it. And if he's literally, and listen, kids talk. If I had fifth grade class, they're going to tell you all their business anyway. So that part of it, when he said, they're telling all the tea, that's what they do, right? Whether provoked or asked or not, that's cool too. But you're literally, it's not even that he's doing some of these things, it's that you're posting it. Like, we're in an age where everybody needs to be validated and seen doing things. If that's what you do with your kids, totally fine. But my daughter could not come home and tell me she had her hands in a teacher's hair.
Right.
Just like the teacher couldn't have their hands in my daughter's hair. It's more about a safety. It's a CYA part of it, of nothing else. Protect yourself, because why have anything going on in your classroom where one of these little boogers can go home and say, "Oh,
ooh,
yeah,"
and not you call the kids little boogers.
I called them boogers. I did. Some of the parents are boogers and squirrels too. I did.
Oh,
but
not you call them boogers.
I did. And the moms be hood boogers with their bonnets and pajamas. But I'm going to say this. No, you can't go into teaching for the check. Like, I love what I do. I love my kids. I love my hood parents, and they all get treated with the same level of respect. But allegations happen. Now you coming up and you about to lose your licensure. What are you going to do with that? Or have something in your file that inappropriate actions with students, and whether those are cleared or not, it stays in your file. It does not look good. Why risk it?
Yeah, so
to get your hair unbraided.
Speaking about, I didn't read this one, but somebody did say that he was on the verge of possibly getting fired. So I forgot to mention that part as well. So it says, I'm watching this and I didn't even realize that's my little sister in the background. She said that he's her favorite teacher, but today they were all forced to write statements and he may get fired.
And was it worth it? You get what I'm saying? Right. It's not worth it. Everybody want to be the cool teacher with the younger kids. I get that. I get it, because it makes the day go by. The children are more compliant when, you're the cool teacher with the great vibes and energy. That's always a plus coming into a school setting. But this is too much. I don't care who said what. It's inappropriate. They're painting your nails. Then I can't even see from the little screen picture if it's all girls. It's just wrong. It does not look good. I don't care what the intention was behind it. I don't think it was malicious. It's not cute. And now you're risking your livelihood for what? Where you posting from? Your basement now because you lost your licensure. What was it worth it? And that's all I have to say about that as a teacher.
Yeah. So,
Nails painting and whatnot. Come on, he's doing too much. What they
oh
gonna be
yeah,
rubbing
somebody
his feet
asked about the
next? He's
nails
doing too
painting. Hold on,
much.
let me show
He
that
watches
one.
my videos
So
all the
this is
time. I
them
don't
painting
because he
his
love my
nails right here.
Why? Why, sir? Why? Go to the nail salon. Put your feet in the water. Why? Why are we doing this in class and recording it? This is the problem.
And then the other one, what are
Everything
they?
is being recorded and posted.
Yeah, I just don't feel
A
like
mess.
this is necessary in order to bond with your student.
It isn't. Like you said, they can you have the teachers, they always post like they'll change a rap song and put it to something, educational. There are ways to connect with our, especially our inner city kids. There is ways, you know what I mean? But this is not it. This ain't it. Mm-mm,
All right.
not at
So
all. Thank you for
I
having me,
want you to
Nick.
stay there. What
Okay.
happened was blog, let's see, Lurid and Monopoly. I'm gonna add you guys all. What had happened was blog, go ahead, tell me what your thoughts are.
Hi, Nick. I just wanted to see if you could hear me good this time.
It's a
Is it feedback?
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get off.
But just say it real quick. Real quick.
Oh, I just wanted to say that it just reminds me of riding the train with my dad one time, and I was holding a pole, and I didn't realize I had just hit puberty. I didn't realize how close I was holding the pole, and my breast was, and other people had to share the same pole, and it just always made me think of space, with male and sometimes with a father. It just makes you naturally conscious of that. The little girl on his left was so close to his shoulder, he starts like leaning up a bit from the ones coming behind. They all, they have breasts at that point. So it's like, I think they need a little bit more space.
Somebody in the comments says, Bambi says, there was nothing inappropriate going on. My daughter's teacher, when I cut my hand at work, helped my daughter do her hair for 2 weeks. And once in a while, she comes home hair slayed. Y'all being weird. Now, Brandy, you said that she helped you out for 2 weeks, which is cool. But I'm trying to figure out, in no disrespect, but why is your daughter going to school where her teacher needs to slay her hair after your hand should be back to where it is? To me,
And
I
I
don't know.
also, and one thing on that, I went to church when I was younger with a girl, and basically, she was so cool. We called her Sister Shirley, this, that, and the third, not too much older than me, but she ended up, being a lesbian, you know what I'm saying? Like, and love Shirley to this day, but I just felt like her relationship with a younger person at that time that was a girl, and I kept saying it back then, like, or she did her hair all the time, and my mother would say, stop playing, don't let nobody play in your hair, because I actually have hair, and it's not nappy, but if it was, I would be proud if it was, but we're not gonna go there.
All right.
But
Thank you so much.
yes, but it's when my mother always said, don't let people play in your hair, male or female, because we're in a different time where you
All
just
right. It's a
never
lot
know.
of background. Who got all that noise in the back?
Not me.
Somebody else has their mic unmuted.
Probably me.
Okay,
Oh.
I think that's Lurid.
It's okay. Okay. I was just saying that, I really believe that you never know who things can happen from, same sex or not. And I think it's a time, and I'm an 80s baby. It's always been a time where other people don't play in your hair, and you just don't let male or woman touch you, hair, hand, wherever, because things can happen. You stimulate a child, kids think it's all right. It's not weird to have preference. If you prefer and you build a relationship with that teacher that helped you out, that's okay. That's your thing. I'm not judging you, but I am saying that same teacher later on, or like Sister Shirley, to go with the little girl that she was doing her hair all them years later, you find out they ended up, a lot of things happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just never know.
All right.
Male or female, just watch out and protect your kids. No touching. I don't understand what's the touching needed for.
Okay, I'm gonna mute your mic because it is feedback. Okay, who was chiming in? Was that A-Marie?
It's me. Yeah. Kids are touchy by nature. They just are. From kindergarten up to fifth grade. The fifth graders, They want to, oh, your hair, your hair is given. They want to touch your hair. You know what I mean? If I pull out a lip gloss and put some on my mouth, they touch it, right? It's boundaries. It's boundaries. I'll be like, get away from my desk. Back up, move away from my desk in a playful manner. You know what I mean? I'm that teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are boundaries, and if they're not there, that's crossing the line. The mom who said the teacher helped, when her hand is hurt. That's a lovely sentiment. That means permission was also given, right? I'm sure these parents don't know they sent their child to get a lesson today, and what they learned was how to unbraid the teacher's hair. So if my child comes home and tells me that was part of what the curriculum was for the day, they're gonna have to see me. There's when I was little, I had before school pictures. They used to mess up and send us to, most of the time they would take them in the morning. So you came in with your hair done, your little pretty outfit on. This particular year, they'd let us go to lunch first. So of course we came back looking all ragged and haggard. I had a male teacher in 5th grade comb my hair, but it was a different time. You know what I mean? It just was. My mom wasn't upset. He was like, girl, give me the brush, right? But it's a different time. So yes, it's a boundary, and like I said, it's a safety net for the educator as well as the child, because you will be shocked and appalled how many allegations come down the pipeline. Now you're under review and investigation. And I also know of a teacher who was also doubling as the basketball coach, and he was unfortunately having inappropriate relationships with the boy children. You know what I mean? And he's in jail. It just doesn't need to happen. If as an educator, if there are things that you can do to just make sure you keep your job and your pension, you should do them. It's common sense here, and it's not being exercised for likes and clicks and views. That's my opinion.
All right, so my mom texted me. Y'all know my mom be watching too. She said, why did he have to record that one and not recording them learning? He's out of line. It's many teen tic-tac her and do. He can, it's many, I don't know. She had a typo. She said, record them learning how to cook, home economics, record them learning how to start a business. You got a few minutes left in school. And then she replied to the other girl who said something, and she said, like, you gave permission to the teacher that was different. And then the other text message I got from somebody, hold on, because my phone is being text. Hold on, wait. Okay. So my friend said, he said, hey, shout out my niece real quick. She's an NYC 8th grade student. She started her own hair and cake business. And her business, her name is Jaden. So shout out to you, Jaden, for being an entrepreneur on period, girl. I think her IG is JD Cupcakes. So your uncle told me to give you a shout out, and shout out to you, and everything like that for your hair business and your cake business, Jaden girl. But yeah, so Monopoly, did you talk yet?
Nah. What up, Nick?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, staying blessed. Y'all took a lot of words out of my mouth. Facts. It's all about boundaries. That type of behavior is a gateway behavior, first of all. And then secondly, he's an educator. We want to see you educating our kids. You feel what I'm saying? And then as an adult, you have to know there's a time and place for everything, bro. Like, it doesn't look good from either angle that you look at it. For what? Likes and views or some popularity? Why can't you gain that from something that's truly worth it, like educating the kids? Like, I mean, it's wrong. He knows this, right? It's a gateway behavior. And then what about the things that he's not showing us that's happening on camera? You know what I mean? So what about the things, the getting together, when y'all get together behind camera and closed doors that we're not seeing? What's actually going on then? Because it seems like you're trying to present this image, and most of the time, this is narcissistic behavior. It's really not who you are, and it's really not what's going on.
So
and
what do you say to Bambi, who says, Bambi says, these kids are not being violated. They did it not by force. Y'all see content creators, kids doing grown folks' hair and never had an issue then with them doing hair out of their house.
Yeah, but we're talking about a place of learning. This is a place of time for everything. Here, our kids are to learn equations and how to use proper sentences, right? This is not what I'm seeing here. I get it. Like distance, boundary is a real thing. Like, come on, boy, you got 8 women, 8 young adults, female gathering, and I don't know this man's sexuality preference, right? But you got these 8 young women surrounding you, and what? Doing your hair. These are not. This is not a cosmetology school here. Are we talking about, right? This is middle grade school. Why are these women surrounding you and touchy feeling you? It just don't look right, man. Like, it just don't look right, bro. If there's majority of people saying that it's unsettling. We're not accusing you of anything, but it's an uneasy feeling that is giving people through a camera screen watching these interactions. So it's not cool, bro. I'm not gonna accept it. And if my child were to be involved in any of this and I were to find out as a parent, I'm going to check you. And a lot of father might want to chin check him for real. Cause hey, what are you doing? Let my daughter play up in your hair. That's a personal space. That's a very personal space right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just got to think about the times where I was dating somebody and they took down my hair and how, like, intimate that was.
Thank you.
Like,
me watching my girl's hair and brushing
that's
it for
just
her.
very,
You know what I mean?
like, intimate. You know what I mean?
Like, it feels good. It arouses some type of feeling. Like, I love to get my hair braided. I like to sit down and get my hair braided because it stimulates my scalp and it feels good. So you can imagine the type of stimulation that's coming from these type of feelings. Maybe I'm not going to accuse allegedly getting some type of satisfaction from these type of, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. It don't look good. Let me not even go in depth with what I'm thinking. But I just wanted to say I absolutely disagree. This is nonsense. Come on, we know this is bullshit. This is gateway behavior right here, man.
All right, thank you, Monopoly. Stay on. Somebody might want to reply to you later. So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The same parents that are saying, I don't see a problem with it, be the same ones come up to the school ready to fight at the drop of a hat. As a, we have to go through all these like trainings and things before we even can step into a classroom. And the thing is, as an educator, I am a therapist. I am your second mom. Those are my kids from 8 to 2:30. You understand what I'm saying? I care about them. I have wiped tears. I have given hugs. But there's always a fine line in the sand about appropriate and inappropriate behavior. You know what I mean? So these parents, oh, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Right. Let that head door been closed and been just your daughter in there getting her hair unbraided. That's wild to me. And that's the problem. Y'all look to the teachers to do so much, but then this is completely out of the scope as the 10 million jobs and hats we already wear, not properly paid. Amen. But
and not to cut your wisdom, queen.
Go ahead, honey.
But this is the point where we say a lot of parents are negligent to what's going on with their children. They neglect, They abuse, they look the other way. And even though we as women, we have something called intuition, and we tune into it a lot more than these men do. Men act off thoughts and impulses, and this is an impulsive behavior. I don't, you know what I'm saying? These are the type of parents that will look away when they know something wrong is going on, i.e.
But then they're gonna beef later. They're gonna beef later. And I've worked, like I said, I'm New York City. I work in, I'm not even gonna say where I work, but across the street from some projects. Whatever. These are the moms, right? When a daughter come home and tell this story, oh yeah, Mr. Johnny had us break. He did what? They coming downstairs at 3:00 to fight me. What's up? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So just commonsensically, yes, I made that word up, but you can use it. Do whatever you can do to protect your job as well as yourself from potential allegations. And this doesn't need to happen. But like I said, it's 2024. Everybody want to be seen and clicks and likes and whatever else. But it's not even that with the not the nail paint. That's totally just that. It does none of this makes no sense to me because, like I said, what's next? Y'all rubbing his feet and throwing flowers around the room, like it's totally off base. But everybody want to be seen. So had he not posted it, we wouldn't even be aware because like I said, it's the close of the school year. At the last half hour of my day, if my students get everything knocked out, yeah, I'm closing my door. We might play musical chairs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. That's the fun teacher I am. So that's what they look for. Oh, okay, we do all that's fun. This is not it. And like I said, touchy kids, because that's just what they do. Oh, Miss B, look at your hair. They want to touch you. That's what they do. That's your place to be the adult. They are the minority. You are the majority to set that boundary. No, girl, don't touch my hair. Miss People Chill Wick, back up. Go sit down. All right. And that's what it is. I'm going to be quiet right now.
Yeah,
All right.
kids. Yeah.
Thank you so
Go ahead.
much. My mom wanted me to ask somebody, Raymond, something that was in the chat. I think Keon Raymond. She wanted me to ask you if you had kids or not. But they were talking, so I didn't interrupt. But she want to know if you got kids. The Peace. Have you talked yet?
No, I have not, and I'm sorry if I'm going to repeat some things that were already said. I'm just coming on to your stream, so I really didn't get to see your opinion, Nick, so I apologize for that. But my thoughts are, I've worked at a school for 2 years in the office, and again, it's about boundaries. And as a parent, like I have two older kids and I have a baby. I just had a baby. That's why I left the school. But I do not give consent for my children to be on anyone's social media. They're not even on my social media. I don't post my children. I keep my children private. And so, how dare you, as their educator, put them on your social media? Absolutely not. It seems like it's grooming behavior that he's being nice and getting super close with these girls. It was only girls, which was weird. I mean, it just seems like it's grooming behavior. That's my opinion, Neek. I'm gonna slide back down before my 2-month-old starts crying on your live.
Okay.
So that was just my opinion. Thank you for having me on your show.
All right. Thank you for coming up. Zanetti?
Zenity.
Oh, Zenity. Sorry.
Okay. Well, Nick, first, I just want to say I love your show.
Thank you.
And I'm going to make this really quick because I'm at work. So, my opinion is a little bit different from everybody else's. What I feel like is that the kids shouldn't be taking down their braids. They need to be working on reading because a lot of these kids cannot read on the level. They're not passing their test scores. So, if it's the end of the school year and they learned everything that they need to learn, they could be working on reading certain materials or communication skills, different life skills instead of taking down his hair.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I feel like they're focused on the wrong things. They need to be focused on making sure they're caught up to go to the next grade and that they're where they need to be age-wise.
Okay.
But y'all have a great one. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Neek.
Kita?
I was gonna say that with the young lady, yeah, there need to be more interactive subjects teaching going on, right? Granted, find another way to interact with your kids if you want to feel more connected to them, right? Because kids don't understand emotional boundary. So this is all bad hill from here. Like, I really don't like it. It made me feel uncomfortable just now watching that, but thank you for bringing this type of information to us. And I'm going to go ahead and head off too because I'm at work as well. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for coming up. Kita?
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Nick, I love your show. I've been a supporter for years. This is the first time Yes, girl. This is the first time I'm coming up because I really felt compelled to speak because I came out of education. I've worked every grade. I've been an aide, long-term substitute. I've done a lot in the school system. And I would never go back at this point only because the behavior is just gotten way too disrespectful.
Right.
But I still love the kids. It's inappropriate. In my opinion, it's inappropriate. And I'm hoping that it's not the wrong intention that, we kind of can gather or observe, people make their assumptions based off of it. I'm really hoping that because I love to see, black male teachers, I love to see that. I didn't have black teachers growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just only had one. My whole entire school career, I had one black teacher, and that was when I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah. And I think I did in high school. I had like one black English teacher. But as far as, finding ways to connect, you do need that. But I just feel like that was just crossing the line. I would, find other ways to connect, whether that be pizza and wings. There's other things that you can do, to build those relationships. But touching, and I had to stop them kids from trying to hug me in the hallway. And no, we was fist bumping after that because it's like it's just a little bit too much. You're not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but no, I don't want to be hugging on you. There's germs and it's inappropriate, male or female, with certain things, especially male, because they do have a penis. But that was really my opinion on it. I wanted to talk on it because I actually have seen so much in education, and props to these teachers now. And I think Monopoly, she definitely she was hitting. I was definitely agreeing a lot with everything she was saying, but props to them because I couldn't go back, and I just hope that his intentions weren't wrong. That's all I can hope for.
Right. Yeah. And I think we could end on that note right there. Shout out to all of y'all who came up and chimed in on this topic. Like I said, I feel like it's inappropriate. I feel like you can definitely connect to the students with modern things without touching them or having them touch you. I just don't think that it's appropriate for them to be touching you or you to be touched. I don't just feel like it's necessary. Unless you taking a photo and you kind of like, take a photo like this, quick photo, go about your business. But other than that, I feel like, no, there's no reason. So that's my opinion on it. I know that there are people who feel like, they can't really voice it because, so many people disagree or agree or whatever. But I feel like just say how you feel regardless. Now, off of that topic, on to another one. Okay, so listen. Come close. Okay, so y'all know that the whole dating, is this my mama? Hold on. Hello? Yeah, you wanted to say something on the topic? Oh, hold on, wait. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Mom.
Okay. I only wanted to know the Keon Raymond person if they had kids, because sometimes when her comment was she don't see what the problem is. And a lot of times when people don't see a problem with it, they don't have kids. A lot of social workers don't have kids. A lot of the judges about social workers don't have kids. The CPS workers don't have kids. And when you don't have kids, you can't relate. And so what the teacher did was inappropriate. He could have been teaching them home economics. He could have been teaching them some math or something extra since they had a few minutes left, at the end of the day. But taking down his braids, totally inappropriate. He don't have a girlfriend that could have took his hair down. He couldn't wear a hat to school, a beanie to work. I don't know. But that's my point. And I'm working, so I'm out of breath, y'all.
All right. Bye, Mom.
Okay.
All right. So what I was saying was, y'all know that dating content is very popular now. And a lot of these 20v1s or Pop the Balloon or all of these dating concept type of shows have become very popular. And for a very long time on my channel, I have always tried to play matchmaker. There are people who are night owls who have hooked up in real life and, deal with their ones and twos, and me trying to match up people. That is something that I have done before on my channel. And I've always been told to do more dating content or whatever. Now, I am going to be producing a dating content type show. Now, my first one, I live in California. For some of y'all who know or don't know or whatever, I'm from Cali. I'm born and raised in California. Okay? So I am in Southern California, to be more specific, and I am an hour away from Los Angeles, to be even more specific than that. So I want to put together a dating type show, not Pop the Balloon. I feel like that's already, she already has that lane carved out. Not Pop the Balloon, and not 20v1. But I am going to use certain elements that make those types entertaining to create my own. So I am going to create my own, unique to me and my channel dating type of show. But it might be certain elements that kind of maybe be similar, but it's going to be different. So I'm going to be putting that together, and I'm going to first start off in the Inland Empire. So the Inland Empire is an hour away from Los Angeles, and I feel like the dating scene out here probably needs a little bit of help. Now, it's not as much to do out here as it is to do in Los Angeles. So like meeting people, it's a little bit more difficult out here in the Inland Empire because the options of things to do, a lot of us, we just go straight to LA if we want to go out and meet people and stuff like that. So the first one that I do, it is going to be based in the Inland Empire. Somebody said Riverside. Yes. So it's going to be in the Inland Empire. So if you are viewing my channel and you want to be a part of it, definitely DM me on Instagram, neekatnight_, or email me neekatnight1@gmail.com. Now I spell night NITE. So it's NIQUEATNITE1@gmail.com. That's my email address. And then my Instagram is neekatnight_, I believe. Yeah. So it is going to be, somebody said you need a New York dude from Brooklyn. You would have to focus on getting the men to show up. Women show up to things like that all the time. Girl, yes. So Ashley, so far, I was feeling like it's gonna be a little bit harder to get the men because right away the women was like, I'll do it. And then I also have men that also agreed as well. So far, I want to say like 5 guys hit me up saying that they'll do it. But I need more variety than that. Okay, so I need more variety than that because people have different schedules, different work schedules. So this is, like she said, I'm gonna need the men. Stop being shy. Don't be shy. Okay? And let's have a fun taping. Okay? And let's do this. I feel like it'll be very entertaining. Yeah. So you said you live in the IE, you hella down. Yeah. So if y'all live in the IE, even if y'all don't mind driving to the IE, say you live in LA, but you don't mind coming to the IE, that's cool as well too. You don't necessarily have to be in the IE, but that's where it's gonna be filmed at. It's gonna be, the first one is gonna be filmed in the IE. Now I may venture out to LA and get, a little bit more closer to LA with it, but starting off, I'm gonna start with the IE. So, and also too, I feel like it's gonna be really, interesting too to get like my age range of people. But then also too, like, I want to even do like a special one for people that's like my mama age or whatever, like her age group of friends, and get them to do one as well. Like I want to do, my age, and then I want to do like my mama age as well. So, yeah. So Stevie say, I'm in LA, but you got a man, don't you, Stevie? Thank you for Shelby for the donation. You said, keep going, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I want y'all to be a part of this. I'm shooting to get this going pretty quickly. I don't want to drag my feet with this. So if y'all, no, Inland Empire, not Imperial Empire. I don't know what it's Inland Empire, not Imperial. You talk about you in LA, you got a whole man. We need singles, Stevie. You could come though. I'll let you know when we film and you could come hang out. But yeah, I'm gonna put it together. We gonna do it. You said straight people only. You know what? I'm not opposed to doing like one that is not, hetero. I'm open. I'm open either way. Like, I just want to have a good time with people. Like, you know, I'll have one specifically for, you know, heterosexuals, and then I'll have one specifically for LGBT. We could do it all. Okay, we could do it all. I don't care. Like, let's just have fun with it. You said you could help. Okay, definitely I need your help. So anybody who want to help. Yeah. You said, what about people in an open relationships? I mean, if you in an open relationship, I mean, if you disclose that to the person and they was okay with it, then I mean, that'd be cool too, I guess. Somebody said Troy's co-hosting or not. I love y'all chemistry together. You know what? That don't sound bad. That don't sound bad. My mom gonna text me and say, we need one just for you. Now listen, mama, I'm enjoying being single right now, okay? Now I do get a little bored and all that, but I don't think I'm ready for one for me right now. I think I'm okay and I'm content with being single. If y'all don't know, I am single, okay? The last time that we talked, I was in a relationship when I talked about my, status. I'm single. But mama, pipe down. Always trying to I'm still gonna call you and bug you every day, even if I had a man. So, girl, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so you said for the love of Neek, man, listen. I don't know. But yeah, so if y'all in the IE or even if you're in the Los Angeles area and you don't mind traveling to the IE, hit me up. Let's do this. Let's do it, okay? It's gonna be real fun. Somebody said she's single and drink free. Yes, I'm single and sober. Single and sober. So, that's a whole thing also as well. Zenity was like, girl, pipe. I like that name. You said you don't have drama in your life? Yeah, I'm single again, but I don't know if I'm on the prowl. I don't know if I'm necessarily on the prowl, but I am single again. But Neek at night. Neek at night needs a night. My mama said Craig nosy. What Craig say, mama? Oh, how old is your mama? Child. But anyway, hit me up. I'm going to definitely start advertising it a little bit more. I'm from NY and I'm scared of the IE. What you mean you scared of the IE? What you scared about? What's T? What's happening? What's happening in the IE that you scared about? I need a man that have their own business. Okay. I mean, I guess. You said gotta vet out the dusties though, right? Right. Somebody said, what the F is the IE? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I mean, if you know, you know. No, I'm just kidding. The IE is a place that's east of Los Angeles. It's an hour east of LA. Okay? And it consists of several cities in Southern California. So, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you ain't from the IE. You ain't out here. Somebody said Craig looking for a sugar mama and trying to hit on Neek's mama. Ooh-wee, child. Ooh-wee, is that what's happening? Is that what happening? I don't know. But yeah, so anyway. When am I going to law school? Child, one of my best friends that I talk to every single day is actually going through the process of going to law school right now. And being his friend throughout that journey, it's been a long road coming. So, I mean, I ain't no young whippersnapper no more. I'm a little up in age right now. So, I really don't know. I mean, it's never too late to start, but I'm a little up in age, child. I'm a little up there. I'm at the age of, like, you know what? Like, my friend keep trying to tell me I'm auntie age, which people my age, they do be looking like aunties. So it be fitting that people call them auntie. However, even though my age might fall into auntie age, I don't feel like I look like auntie, and I don't feel like auntie. So I'm not embracing auntie right now, okay? And I'm also not an auntie either of anyone. So I'm really not embracing it because it's just, I'm not there yet. I don't feel auntie yet, you know? I don't feel auntie yet. Off topic, but are you going to speak on the back and forth between Kendrick and Drake? It's gotten ugly. I'm sure that'll be a whole video in itself. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm really not. Like, the beef with Kendrick and Drake, like, I really don't even care for real. Like, my whole timeline is Kendrick Drake. And, like, yeah, I could make videos and get views talking about it. I'm just not. I don't care about that beef for real. I think Drake lost. I think Drake lost, but I'm really not. I really don't care that much for the beef. That much. But yeah. Somebody said, "What's auntie age?" I'm not no auntie. 36 where I feel 20. I heard that. You said auntie age don't exist. It's a myth. Yeah, I heard that. But yeah, so thank you. You said I look good. Thank you. Yeah, I've been out of school. Next year will be 20 years out of school. Like, in next year makes my 20-year high school reunion, if you want to know how old I am. Okay. A lot of people think that I'm a lot younger, which I embrace. I embrace it, but I don't feel like I'm auntie. That's all I would say. But yeah, so back to the dating show. Y'all don't be scared to hit me up. I'm really trying to put it together. Okay? I'm really trying to put it together. I'm really trying to put it in motion and get it going. So, you said you 37, you embrace auntie, but I also have nieces and nephews. Dang, your sister and brother was getting it in. You got nieces and nephews in their early 20s? Wow. Yeah. They never had a class reunion. Whoever was the student body council for my school sucks. I feel like I should just get together with some of my classmates and put one on ourselves, because our school didn't have a 10-year one, and I doubt that they're going to have a 20-year one either. So I feel like me and my classmates need to get together and put together our own. But yeah. You said since I'm in the late 30s, I might be auntie age. Whatever. Like I said, my age may fall into what they say is auntie age. I am in my late 30s. But until I feel like I'm auntie, I'm not auntie nothing. Okay? And I'm an only child, so I can't be nobody real auntie. So I'm not even nobody real auntie. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, hit me up if y'all want to do the dating show. neekatnight1@gmail.com is my email, or Instagram neekatnight_. So you said, will the show be, what did I say? LGBT friendly? Like I said, I'll probably do one specifically for LGBT. I don't know what you mean by LGBT friendly. Like, I don't know what that means, but like if I will have a show specifically for LGBT, yeah, maybe so. I'm not opposed to doing that. I'm not opposed to Troyce being a co-host either. Like, I might need to hit Troyce up. Like, hey, they say you should be co-host. What you trying to do? You trying to do this or what? I might hit him up and ask him, do he want to co-host? We might get that going. That might be good. But yeah, so I'll talk to y'all later. I got more content to do. I've been MIA, child.